Okay, first of all, I have a topic that I really want to talk about. It's about greed. There's people that are greedy every day. Even though if it doesn't have to be with money, or it can be with clothes, with uh paper, pencil. It doesn't necessarily have to be with money. Um, so yeah, that's like, if you're greedy, it's not really good to be greedy, because you know, how would you like to feel if, you're being greedy to somebody, and then somebody, once when you needed something, somebody was being greedy to you, so it's not, and then how are you going to feel when you don't get the help that you need from a friend or a family member, or just somebody, so it's not, if you don't want people to be greedy with you, then don't be greedy with them. Okay, and then the second thing is, like, I want to give you an example of greedy. Okay, Judas, like, was the disciple, right, of God, Jesus, and then he was so greedy that he let his greed get the best of him, so he betrayed Jesus because of his greediness, and his greediness was money, so he did get money, and then he became greedy. So that's what happened to Judas. He was so greedy that he just, he picked money over eternal life, I guess. So money can also, like, being greedy can also cause you to betray somebody, you know, because it's like you're letting the best get the greediness come out of you. I'd rather be friends with somebody and, not greedy. You know, friends are always gonna be there for you, but money is not. So that's another way to put it. Money's, it's not always gonna be there, but when you need it, but your friends will, or your family members will. So, again, don't be greedy with, money, with possessions, or, stuff that you have and somebody need, like, asks to use it. Just be nice and let them use it. Even though if it's little nieces and nephew and little brothers and sisters, like, because there's sometimes that my nephew comes up to me and asks, "Can I use some?" And then I don't want him to use it, but then I just think about, okay, then I'm just gonna be greedy, and then once I ask him for something in the future, he's gonna remember that I was greedy to him, so he's gonna be greedy back to me. So I don't want, to be greedy with him now, because I don't want him to act like that, toward with others. Um, Sorry, just fixing my hair. Um, it's just like, it's not, fun to be greedy and, stingy. In other words, it's always good to share, because then people share with you. But if you don't share with them, then they're not going to want to share with you. So, that's one thing about greediness, like I say, it's always, greediness is a sin. It's one of the seven sins, along with lust and wrath or wrath, or, you know, whatever that W word is. But, it's not, it's sin when you're being greedy to somebody. So, I do try 100% not to be greedy, even though if I don't want to, I just still be like, okay, well, here. So just, share. It's like, not it's not so bad just to share what, a pencil, or if you have money, if it's not, if somebody needs like $1, and you have like $100 or $50, it's just $1. It's not gonna hurt you or nothing. Yeah, our times are tough right now in the economy, but you know, it's not gonna hurt you just to let somebody use $1 or something. Or like if you have money and then, the other person that don't have money, just like, and if you have the enough money to get them some, just ask, hey, do you want something, or, I mean, don't, because it's better to give than to receive, as we all say. So I rather, help somebody out and give them something than for me to receive something, because I already have what I need. I have the air that I breathe, the lives that I have, the family that I have, the brothers that I have, sister, mom, dad, friends, so if you have it, then bless somebody with it, and if you don't, then maybe you'll be like somebody will come up to you and ask you if you want something or if you need something. Okay, so it's better not to be greedy. Um, and then being greedy also, like with somebody, makes you look ugly, inner and outer. People are gonna know how you really are. If you're greedy, then people are gonna be like, oh, you're stuck up, and then they're not gonna want to ask you something. And if you ask them something, they might end up being greedy with you. So if you don't want to be, if you want somebody to help you, then you gotta, if you could do it, you can help them. It doesn't have to be necessarily some really big or it can just whatever they need help with. Just help them out, or if they need to use something, just let them use it. Well, it's another case if they break it, then you break it, you buy it, or So because I used like to tell you the truth, I used to be greedy. Like I used to go to work and then I would get paid and then I would be greedy with money. That was my greediness. I was greedy with money and then I'd get paid, okay, say $600 check, $400 check. I would, instead of getting 100s, it's all easier with 100s, but it's harder to pay something small amount with big bills. So what I would used to do, I would break it down with tens and fives and ones. That's like, just appreciate what you got. Whatever they give you, just appreciate it. I kind of was not like that. I kind of, I only appreciated some things I had, but, I didn't appreciate most of the things I had. So that was something that I had changed because I didn't want to be like that no more. I don't want to be greedy with people, and so now these days, I'm always like helping people, like I'm not greedy, or if you want to use it, if I have something, if you want to use it, yeah, sure, I'll let you use it. Just bring it back to me, or if you need money, when I have it, it don't matter if I have like $30 left and you need to borrow 20, yeah, here, let you borrow 20. But it doesn't mean like all the time I'm gonna have money to borrow, so I'm just letting you know that. But like I said, it's better to give than to receive. So okay, right now, like God gave us life. He when He died, He forgave us for our sins. He cured us from sickness. So He paid for it. He paid with His life because God. For God as He loved so much His Son. Partially, God gave up His Son for us, so because He loved us. So that was one thing that God gave up. And then just imagine loving something, your greatest possession, and you don't want to give up. Just think about what God did for us. You know what I mean? So if I had two phones, let me put it this way: if I had two phones and then both was like $300, okay, and somebody needed a phone like really, really bad, I would give them my phone. I would just tell them to pay for it monthly, but I would just give it to him. If I, because I know how it is to feel that not having a phone and then you don't have a way to communicate with either your job or school or a family member. It was hard when I didn't have those a cell phone for like I didn't have cell phone for like 4 months, and it was really hard for me because I would have to keep using other people's cell phone, and there's people that actually know they're like have like 3 different numbers that I will call from, 4 different numbers at times, maybe 5 different numbers, and they're all other people's cell phones. So like and again, be every time somebody lets you use something, just be grateful, that they let you use it, they let you use a phone, just be happy to use their phone. That they were nice enough to let you use their phone. But so if somebody like just like if they let you use a phone and then in the future they don't have a phone and you have a phone, just return them the favor. Remember when you let me use the phone when I needed it. So then what you could do is you can let them use the phone. So it's a really good thing when you're not greedy, because it makes you look ugly. And I'm getting this little wacky old video, so hold on. Okay, so just be nice. There's my stepdad. Gotta go to work, and then so just be happy, be nice, be curious to people, be open-minded, open-hearted. Just put yourself in their position when they come need something, and just think about how they would act against you towards you when you need it. So, oh, if you hear that crying, it's my nephew crying. Okay, so, but he's okay. He's just, how babies are. So, you know, like I said, greed makes you look ugly outside and inside, and the inside, and then nobody's gonna, want you to help them, and then nobody's gonna want you to help. Nobody might not want to help you, but if they're a good person, they will always, they will always you know, help. If they want, if they're a good person, then they're gonna always want to help you, even though you were greedy to them. But just remember, if you were greedy to them, and then they end up still being nice to you and helping you, then just look, because they're a good person. You know how they have a good heart, good personality. It's a good person. And then if somebody can't help you and you helped them before, don't hold a grudge against them. Because we all know that there's times that we can't help everybody out in the world. So we help what we can do. Okay, so if you hear that laughing, it's my mom. She's in the background playing with my nephew. So don't think it's not bad. um. So yeah, greed is an ugly thing. It's a sin. You know. So every time somebody asks you, just think about how put yourself in their situation and how will they react to that. So so I think that's about it. I had a short message, maybe not as powerful, I would say, but I still think it was a good message because if we're greedy, then the greed is always going to get the best of us. So we can't always be greedy, or we can never be greedy towards others. You choose to, you choose what you want to do. Like for example, if you want to take this message and use it towards your daily use, then it's a good thing. But I'm not gonna tell you, okay, use it or do it. You know what I mean? So if you want to take it, then do it, and if you don't, then that's you. I'm not gonna hold something against you or nothing. Okay, so that was the message for today. I'll be here. I'll do the next message on Thursday or Friday. So if you want to know when I'm gonna do the next message. Okay, so I want to thank my pastors, Freddie and Lydia Delgado. Powerful message on Sunday morning and Sunday night. That was really tremendous. Pastor Danny, Pastor Amy, we love you. Well, I know I love you because you make me plan today, and Pastor Freddie, you do too. So, all the Freddie Jr., my mentor, my House of Peace leader, Fernando, thank you. That was a financial message that we did on last Wednesday. It really opened up my eyes and then made me look at myself how I was in the past. So thank you for opening my eyes with that word, that message. Okay, so I will see everybody in like 2 days or 3 days on here. Okay, well, love you guys. Love in God's way, because you're all my brothers and sisters. All right, bye.